Hello, boys and girls. I just want to do one more problem just to make it a little clearer. So say we have 3/5, and we're comparing that to see if it's greater than, less than, or equal to 6/8. Okay? So I'll just put a little box in the middle here to signal, oopsie daisy, little box right here. We'll put a greater than, less than, or equal to sign there when we're done. Okay? Now, I'm just going to go through the steps, and if you need to pause the video at any point, you can do that. And even try to pause it and try to figure it out yourself if you like before we solve it together. Okay? We take one of the denominators. Let's take the 5
from 3/5, okay? Now, we're just going to list the multiples of 5, okay? Always start with the number itself. 5, we're just counting by 5s. 5, 10, like a clock, okay? 15, 20, 25. Okay, now let's take 8. The other fraction, 6/8. We're going to count by 8s. That's why it's important to know your times tables, boys and girls. So we can count by 8s pretty quickly. 8, 16, 24, 32. I don't quite have a match yet, so I might want to keep going. 40. Now, 40 I can stop at because I remember my divisibility rules of 5. Any number that ends in 0 or 5 will be a multiple of 5, so I know I'll eventually get to 40 if I keep going. And there we have it.
We have the multiples of 5 and 8, and we have our match. Our match is 40. I'll circle that.
Okay,
Now, the second step that we did,
we took each fraction and we changed it into an equivalent fraction with our new denominator of 40. So let's just take, oopsie daisy, it's not 2/5, 3/5. Take 3/5 up top, and we'll change that to some fraction with 40 as our denominator. Okay, and we could use our do-do rule again. And again, boys and girls, pause the video, think about it, take the notes, whatever you need to do if I'm moving too fast. From 5 to 40, it's increasing by 8 times. 5 times 8 is 40. Multiply the bottom by 8, you're gonna have to multiply the top by 8. Alright? It's kind of like multiplying by 8 over 8, which is just one whole, and you multiply anything by 1, you really get the anything. The anything in this case is going to become another equivalent fraction. Okay, but the main thing just to remember is just do rule. Multiply the bottom by 8, you got to multiply the top by 8. The 3 times the 8 will get us 24. Okay, now we're going to take that second fraction, 6/8. Do the same thing with that, John. 6/8. 40 is the denominator we found. We found it for this very reason. Okay? From 8 to 40 is times 5. Our do-do rule means we have to do the times 5 to the top. Whatever we do to the bottom, we must do to the top. 6/5 is going to make 30. Okay? Now we're at our last step. We're just simply comparing numerators. 24 over 30. I'm sorry, 24 over 40 compared to 30 over 40. If you want to write them side by side so you can see a little bit better. 24 over 40. 30 over 40. And 30 is bigger than 24. The denominator is the same. You can just look at the numerators. But now be careful. Our original question was 3/5 compared to 6/8. So the 30/40ths is our version of 6/8. Therefore, 6/8 is greater than 3/5, or we could say 3/5 is less than 6/8. Okay, any questions, certainly see me, but I think we're ready for independent work in your textbooks, page 120 and 121. And you can pause the video, you can write this down as far as a reference, and then use your textbook page to do number 1, 2, and 3. And you can see it all right there, 1A through H, 2A through I, 3A through C. And if you finish earlier than others, you can try that challenge question. It's all right there for you. You can read it yourself. Good luck. I'm here for help. And that's a wrap.